Greetings, friends. Chance Candide, at your service.
I'm Rook.
A fellow crow! I could use your help. The Blight has piled itself onto the streets, choking off the city. We cannot have it. I will mark where it is worst. Please, go and clear it away. But be cautious. We do not have a good idea of what lies inside it.
There. That pile of blight. That's what Chance wanted us to clear out.
We must get rid of it quickly.
Target those blighted boils. That should weaken it. It's working. We're weakening it.
I've never heard a darkspawn make that sound before.
I hate to say it, but we should take a look at that darkspawn. Something was off about it. This darkspawn's wearing a necklace. The pendant's shaped like a crow. Lucanus, is it just me, or...?
I recognize it too. That specific pendant represents House Deriva.
We need to show this to Chance.
They're close.
Your master, strike again! Quick, look down! I spy trouble ahead.
End it now.
Strike them now!
Everyone still alive?
You don't think highly of spirit magic, Lucanus, because of your experiences with a Venatora, I suppose.
Partly.
I assure you that performed with care, necromancy is no more harmful than any other magecraft.
There is a difference. Fire and ice spells kill people. They don't bring them back again.
What's so objectionable about a simple reanimation?
It's a waste of hard work.
Chance. We got rid of the blight in the streets, but we also found this crow pendant on a darkspawn.
Is that... This was Ayres, our trainer for the fledglings. She went missing. That darkspawn you fought must have been... May she rest. And sadly, I must ask you to search for another wayward crow.
I have not seen Fletcher, our merchant, in a few days.
Sadly, correct. They were sending me reports of Anton movements. Despite this blight, our invaders are planning something. Here are Fletcher's roots. If the blight found them, they deserve a clean end. Like any crow.
How are we doing? Moderate. Moderate, moderate. Excellent, excellent. I'll continue to do stuff in Treviso, and continue to trade stuff off. But, a lot of side quests going on at the moment. Watch me get stuck.
Did you hear?
So, Rook, you and Ducanus both come from the Crows?
Yes, but I was never as famous as the demon of Virantium.
Rook, however did you come by that name before you met Spike?
It's Fletcher! Check the body to make sure it's really Fletcher.
So, Rook.
I forgot what I was going to say. Mierda.
So, Rook, you and Ducanus both come from the Crows?
Yes, but I was never as famous as the demon of Virantium.
Rook, however did you come by that name before you met Spite?
The Tevinter news sheets, but I think Viago started it.
A sealed tube with notes in code.
I cannot read it, but that cipher belongs to House de Riva.
We should take this back to Chance and let him know Fletcher's a piece.
Oops. Don't mind me, I'm getting in all kinds of trouble at the moment. Oh.
Chance, we found Fletcher.
Maker, guide them to your side.
If Fletcher also had these notes.
Always scrupulous. If this is information on the Antom.
Are you all right?
Merely a cold. Thank you, my friends. I must now think and figure out what the Antom are plotting.
I guess for now we'll do the rest of our side quests. And then
Another question about the crows, Lucanus.
I'm also a crow.
Have you told Viago that?
Do you have any say in your targets?
You want to know if my victims deserved it?
Forgive me, I shouldn't have asked.
Everyone wonders. I've never killed an innocent by my...
let's do the rest of the side quests.
Now, where were we?
I've never killed an innocent by my count. I cannot say if yours would agree.
There's plenty of side quests here on the Ravani Coast.
A word?
Yes, yes.
There's a fight ahead. Go, Lucanus! Primed and ready.
Snipers!
Well fought, Rook.
They're down.
Greetings and welcome. You stand in Ravane, home of magic, danger, and adventure. Tell me, if you will, do you hunger for excitement?
I'm not against adventure. What have you got?
A Ravani Lord of Fortune was following a map leading to buried treasure. Sadly, Ritzinger attempted to loot a treasure chest mid-battle. Understandable enthusiasm, and I remember them fondly. But you can carry out their final wishes to find this treasure no matter the danger, and earn gold and glory.
If you give me the map, I'll see what I can do.
I'll make this quick.
Thanks, Lucanus.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I got stuck on a pole.
Those corpses, they're pirate corpses.
Guess we're not the only ones after the treasure.
Ah, well done.
Ah!
Lucanus, do the implications of your work never trouble you?
Everyone on this team has killed before. I'm hardly unique.
Yes, of course. But in your case, it's a profession, rather than an act of necessity.
I'm not sure the Venatori or the Antam see the distinction as you do.
I'd like to open it, not, you know, jump.
I fear these undead continue to be committed to a life of larceny. They're firing at us!
Get clear!
Well done, darling!
Still in one piece.
I didn't. No. Leave us alone. Know your business.
Someone clearly wanted us to do something with skulls or torches or something. Might be worth looking around.
There! Take it to them!
I'm trying to leave.
Well done!
I find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view of your enemies in battle.
I have to. It's much more difficult to find and kill them otherwise.
Exactly. A utilitarian attitude towards death. And yet, you extend empathy to your victims.
Not that much empathy.
Well, enough to wonder how the Venatorian Antam view your actions.
I'm guessing that one is their captain. Blade cover. Get clear.
Excellent work, Lucanus!
You have found it!
Wait, did you know where the treasure was the whole time?
You had to find it yourself. The real treasure was the journey. Now, Ritzinger would have used this to purchase a new ship. Since their last caught fire and burned, I believe a lady was involved. But the gold and glory are yours now, to use as you will. Adventure!
Everybody's 8. Everybody but a few people are 9. But that's not creepy. Okay. Let's do the something's coming quest and get in trouble.
Good! Again!
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the Blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
Okay, that's not good news. But you're making progress with your studies.
Yes. Well, there's more to learn, but yes.
So what's the Blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the Blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the Blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the Blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
So how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked, then the Blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their Blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when Evka's at my back.
You've always got me.
The Blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
I want to know how those two met.
Antoine keeps listening for something. With the blight.
All right. Let's find the Blight eruption. Edgar and Antoine think the Blight eruption is the source of the surge.
If we stop it, perhaps it will slow the Blight's spread here.
I don't know, but we have to try.
Watch your back!
Look behind you!
Nice hit!
I find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view of your enemies in battle.
Please, go on.
I find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view of your enemies in battle.
The redoubt. If the Blight eruption is taken right inside. Let's go.
Say the word!
I don't have a good feeling about this place.
Me neither. Still in one piece.
A barrier. I bet the eruption's on the other side. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
While holding off dark spawn.
Look out behind you!
Up on the ledge. We can hit the tendrils from there.
A ballista.
That could prove useful.
We're through.
I'm ready. Let's see what lies before us.
All right. Better move before more darkspawn show up. What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
Mierda.
The darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. Let's go.
Keep fighting. Watch your back.
get that eruption.
Place the flame.
All right, we strike and the whole thing goes up. All right, time to destroy this thing. The blight eruption was...
Terrible?
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it...
Do you think the wardens in Lavendale sensed its destruction? I find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view of your enemies in battle.
I have to. It's much more difficult to find and kill them otherwise.
Exactly. A utilitarian attitude towards death. And yet, you extend empathy to your victims.
Not that much empathy.
Well, enough to wonder how the Venatorian Antam view your actions.
Death comes to everyone, in time. I get paid to deliver it. Like a letter not everyone wants to read.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendale reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I'm just glad I wasn't alone in that.
I can imagine. Many deserve thanks today.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Oh, that's incredible. I wasn't expecting flowers.
It's what we're here to do, to make this possible again.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
I'm sure you'll be fine. But if there's anything I can do, just say.
Of course. It's good we answered your first letter. And it didn't catch fire.
What?
It may have come close to an explosive, but we all met in the end.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back.
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
The flowers fought back.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight? It's possible. What?
Spite was wondering if Nev would like a flower. I don't know. Maybe a small one?
I love it. It's just so cute. I guess I have to go talk to somebody now. Everything is so close. Back over here where the thing is.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
Emmerich? About earlier, when I brought up you and Rook being together?
Yes?
Look, you were in a crypt with all your dusty books, and then suddenly Rook burst into your unlife, and...
I keep my books pristine.
I get it. Rook's Rook. Wild and eager, just whisking you away, and now it's all candles and showers of ghost petals. It's great. But you've also been, you know, kinda preoccupied? Mopey.
Mopey?
C'est true the enfant haven't
It doesn't matter who I'm with.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vanan.
Elven for heart.
For my heart. You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire. He seemed so kind, and wise, and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
It must have been horrible when you learned the truth.
How could I have fallen in love with a god and never realized it? Why didn't he tell me? So many things he said. So many half-truths, inevitable in retrospect. And then, he went off to destroy the world, leaving me to clean up his mess.
You mean the Inquisition?
I mean all of this. He let me fall in love with him and then told me we couldn't. Then he told me not to follow, while leaving me just enough clues to find him.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes, that I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after? If there were a way? If he felt the same? If I could leave the world behind and just have him? I don't know.
One thing I've learned in this job is that the people I need the most are people who can tell me when I'm wrong.
We all need that sometimes.
It sounds like that's what you were for Solus. If the two of you were better people together and you were happy too?
I was.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade with no way out.
He's surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about you and Emmerich.
What? Who? How?
Morrigan has eyes everywhere.
Of course she does. I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Let's see. I should have some wheels. I should have a wheel. Spin the wheel and talk to who I'm gonna talk to first. Davrin!
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
The Griffins have always belonged with the Wardens. Evka will give them a home and a purpose again. And I bet Hassan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
A Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
Lucanus is next. If I don't get stuck.
I just made a fresh pot of coffee if you want any, Rook.
Emmerich? Valara's after Emmerich.
Johanna,
Valkaran?
until we find a suitable method of penance in the necropolis, you're to be confined under the eye of a watcher, lest you slip your bonds.
How magnanimous of you to volunteer.
A challenge for us both.
I did not know that was what happened to Valkaran. Now I know, and now I'm not disappointed at all. Valara?
Hi.
What are you reading?
Syrian's last words. Veil jumpers had them.
Yeah,
he
this
must have known it was the end. One way or another.
Right. I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and I, we had plans. Together. Find the archive, the Nodasterthalin. Restore the elves. Bring them back to who they were. But now he's gone, and I wonder if the archive should go with him.
What do you think Syrian would say?
He told me, actually, in his letter. Or tried to, didn't really give an answer. Told me to remember the beauty, what our people accomplished, you know, back then. But to remember the other side of it, the Evanuris, Anaris.
So not much advice on which path is better.
The archive holds parts of my people. Some good, some bad. That's the burden. My people's future on my shoulders.
Everyone trusts you, Valara. Strife, Eilin, the team.
I don't know if I trust myself. Not for something like this. This big a decision. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
What you were is important. It's worth the risk. The elves deserve to know more about who they were. Keep the archive.
I think you're right. We'll keep the archive, that connection to our past. It's what Syrian and I were looking for.
Now you've found it.
Right. And I found him too. For a little while. That has to be enough.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah. I think so. I think I'm ready to say goodbye. For real. this time. But I need some time. Alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
Okay. All right. I will leave it here.